about Scivive and about the Richard Hart philosophy, because I don't talk a lot about it. I don't know much about it. You have been you've been retweeted frequently by Richard, reading quotes and discussing it.
Yeah, so I've been on a health, wealth, wisdom journey for a few years now, and Scivive just when I first came across Richard when I was telling the story, like, it just fit perfectly into it. Um, it I think that, like I said before, RHMaximalist, his ideals first, and then his products, and then his mission, and all this stuff. I think that the books, hopefully they'll be in print, and they're already an audiobook. You know, already go on YouTube. SJ has narrated them. Hopefully they'll be in print coming out. That'd be like the coolest thing ever to have Scivive and Fix the World on my bookshelf, like, and maybe even signed by Richard one day. It'd be like one of the coolest things ever. But it's just about becoming the best version of yourself, like by listening to the man who has been there, done that. He's ate all the things. He went from rags to riches, self-made billionaire. Like, the super inspiring backstory, backed up by amazing stories and all the facts within all the book. So it's one of those things that I think with a lot of books too, you got to be ready for it. Like, you got to be thirsty for knowledge. You got to be thirsty to get in, like, become better, and like to listen and be open to consume information and stuff. Because a lot of stuff he talks about is just, and I don't agree with everything in the books, nor do I think anyone agrees with every single thing he says in the books. But a lot of the ideals are just stuff to make you, like, you know, he talks about it. The chapters are money, power, respect. He talks about longevity. It just shows you how the world works and like how to like excel in all these different verticals in it. So it's not, you know, Naval talks about too, don't take feedback from society, take it from nature and markets. I did that quote the other day on my channel as well. Yeah. Peter Thiel talks about contrarianism, like not by simply taking the other side of everything people say, but questioning it for its own sake, like thinking from first principles, as I mentioned. And I think with the books and the ideals that come from that, you can really look at things from an objective lens, figure out what he's talking about, figure out how they apply to you in your life. And if you're looking to, again, be a better version or be the best version of yourself once you get rich and can own your time and stuff like that, these are kind of like the foundational principles that's worked for him. And if nothing else, you can take them, apply them to your own life. I remember reading it when it wasn't even an edited version. I was on the airplane. I was like, oh, this is so hard to read. There's just all these sentences and notes and editorial stuff everywhere. But SJ has made it in a much more consumable format on YouTube. And I have like 10 minutes left to fix the world today. I think I'm going to fit it in. I'm going to finish it today. I'm going to finish Fix the World. That's the only one I haven't finished because it's only about 5-6 hours long or so. But yeah, it's just, you know, if you believe that the Richards is a force for good, I believe so. If you believe that his products can change the world, can mint millionaires, they've already proven to do that several times over. And if you believe in, especially the longevity part, where, you know, don't be pro-death. We need to work on the hard problems. We need to solve these things. If not for yourself, for our children, for the next generation, stuff like that. He wants to do amazing things, and he has a lot of good ideas on how to get started for yourself to make your own dent in the world. And also in Fix the World, he talks about, you know, all the social problems we have and ideas on how to solve them. So it's really, I think the whole series is kind of like, I think it was just him talking to someone and just like maybe over a week's period of time, he probably he did like an audio recording and got it transcribed. And it's just really a dump of Richard's brain across a ton of different things in society and the world and how to apply these things to your own life so you can have, you know, he says sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, money, power, respect, longevity, space, time, how to conquer the world in your own way. That's what it means to me.